Many people coming from abroad think that Hinduism is a polytheistic religion. You come here and you've got an image of this God and that God and this God, and we have this prayer to that God, this prayer to that God, this prayer to this God. Walk into any temple, a Sanatana Dharma temple, and you're going to see so many, dozens sometimes, of different statues, different images. And the priest will go by chanting the mantras or doing the prayers or doing the arti to all of the different divine manifestations. That gets misinterpreted. Let me repeat that. Misinterpreted as being polytheism. Hinduism is not a polytheistic religion. We do not believe in many gods. What we believe in is one God who is infinite and everywhere. And when God is infinite and everywhere, then there's an infinite number of possible manifestations or reflections. One way to think about it, none of the metaphors is perfect, because when it's God that you're speaking about, obviously the words, which are finite, are not able to describe that which is infinite. The words which are two-dimensional are not able to describe that which defies dimension. But we sort of run circles around the truth, getting a little bit closer and closer and closer to it. So one way of thinking about this is you have the sun. And the reason it's not a perfect analogy is the sun, of course, is not infinite. But nonetheless, the sun is very big and very powerful. And as many different containers as I put on the ground are as many different types of reflections as I'm going to get. A container that is flat, or almost flat, a bowl type of container that's blue and ceramic, is going to give me a very different type of reflection of the sun than a container that is glass and vertical and translucent. Same sun. Different reflections only because the containers are different. So God is one. There really is nothing but God. It's not just that we believe God is one, but we believe there is nothing but God, which is why, of course, the analogy is not perfect. But that one nothing but God is being manifest, seen, perceived in an infinite number of different containers. There's another line also from the Upanishads that says, Isha vasyamidam sarvam, yat kincha jagatyam jagat. And what it means is everything in the universe is pervaded by the divine. There is nothing and no one that is not pervaded by the divine. And these are not just teachings that we read and we say, oh wow, and then we go and have dinner and fight with our family and watch TV and go to sleep. These are teachings for how we should live. You sit with your Upanishads in front of you and you chant, or you listen to a katha, or you go to a lecture. Well, the whole point of that is it should change how I see things. If we are talking about there being nothing but God, that doesn't say anywhere, everything is God except my boss. Everything is God except my mother-in-law. Like there's no scripture that says it like that. If everything is God, then everything is God. And that also includes me. And that may be stating the obvious, but sadly, most of us actually tend to forget ourselves most in the equation. We meditate on compassion. We meditate on loving kindness. We look for God around us. We try to practice compassion. We try to practice love. And then what do? Oh my God, you are so stupid. Look, you're trying to practice love. How dare you yell at that person? You're horrible. You're worthless. You can't even do this spiritual thing right. We berate ourselves. We're negative to ourselves in the name of compassion and loving kindness. Well, who you are is also not left out of the equation. So it's not everything is God but me because I'm worthless. And the teaching is, how can I live and really, really see that? It's obviously not easy, but we have examples. I mean, if you study the life of saints like Paramhans Ramakrishna, for example, there's beautiful, beautiful stories from his life of him literally bowing down on the ground in pranam to prostitutes. And people would say to him, "What are you doing? You're a holy man. These are wicked women. How could you be prostrating to them?" And as tears pour down his face, he would reply, "But they are the mother. They are the goddess." That's really seeing the divine. And what it requires us to do is to focus on essence rather than form. So it's like going back to my sun example for a moment, rather than focusing on the container. And if I point over here and the sun is reflecting and I say, "What is this?" Well, you could say, "That's a blue ceramic bowl." Or you could say, "That's a reflection of the sun." And in our lives, what we tend to do is we tend to say, "That's a blue ceramic bowl." Who are you? I'm female, I'm white, I'm 45, I'm American, I'm a sannyasi, I'm a PhD. These are my parents, this was my life, this is how much I weigh, this is how tall I am. This is what I'm allergic to. This is what I like and don't like. It's like saying, "What is this? It's a blue ceramic bowl." No, it's a reflection of the sun. The bowl is just the vessel. And so what the teaching is, who are you? You're the divine. Yeah, this is a vessel. You can't see the sun reflection in the air. You need a vessel. The sun is such that until and unless I have a vessel, I cannot see the reflection on earth. And here, with our eyes, we only are able to see God in form, with these two eyes. This is why when we talk about our third eye, so many people ask, why do we put this tilak here? Like, what does that mean? Well, one of the aspects of it is it reminds us, oh God, when I use these two eyes, what I'm able to see is only form. I can see hair color, skin color, height, weight, clothes, fat, thin, ugly, beautiful, female, male. But that's illusion. And this chakra here is actually the energy center of the power of discrimination. And it's the power to discriminate truth from untruth. And the truth, that capital T eternal truth, is that we're divine. And so when we put the tilak on, or when we do meditations for the third eye, the point is, oh God, let me see from this eye, rather than using these two eyes, which just keep feeding me falsehood after falsehood, separation after separation, form after form after form, instead of essence. Oh God, I want to see content, not form. I want to see essence, not form. I want to see you, not the package. I want to see the truth. And the third eye is the energy center, the Agya Chakra, that's the center for that power of discrimination that says, no, this is not female 45 white American sannyasi. This is divine. And what that means is that there's no separation between you and me. If we're looking only from that which is false, from this physical being, then you and I are separate. You're an object. I may love you, I may hate you, I may want to bring you into my life, I may want to push you out of my life, but either way, you are a separate object. When I'm able to use my third eye, when I'm really living that awareness of there's nothing but God, there's no separation, there's no place I end and you begin. It's all God.